welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing this Beetlejuice makeup, so if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. Listen, this should be an easy look to do. This is like beginner level, I would say. We just have one eyeshadow palette and then a little bit of hairspray colored. And that's it. So if you want to see what I did to achieve this look and how it all come together, then again, just keep on watching because we will do this right now. Listen, I absolutely love it. Let's talk some Halloween because we're doing this. I created, I feel like 2 years ago, probably, a Beetlejuice look, and I love the look, and I thought this would be a great opportunity because the tutorial was live on Instagram. It was in German, so of course not a ton of people could watch it. So I was like, listen, I do want to do that, or maybe like do it a little bit better. I do have some hair coloring like in green. I do have some new stuff, so I thought this would be a great idea to do that. And listen, I will use probably, because I probably will start with brows and eyes, and then I will go to my base makeup. And for this look, I want to use like purple, black, and a neon green. So I was like, okay, which palettes do I own that have these and are still available? Listen, that was the biggest part, because I do feel like the Halloween collection by Agnieszka and Uten's Eye would be perfect for that. But again, it is limited edition or it's not available because this one is a really, really nice, like really bright green shade. And again, this one could be fine as well. And then in the other palette, we do have a beautiful purple shade, which would be fine. And a deep, this is not a black, but a deep brown. But again, I feel like it's not available anymore. So if you have these, you can use these. If you don't have the palette I have, one that has a good neon green and is quite affordable is the Profusion Neons palette. This green or this yellow, they are quite similar, to be honest. Could be used. There is of course no purple or black in here, but if you do have a purple in the back, and then you can use the neon palette. Again, this is quite affordable if I remember correctly. But we will use, because it has all the right like products and shades, we will use the Search palette by Blend Bunnies because it has the perfect amount of black, a deep purple, another purple, and then a bright neon green. So of course we will use that because this is the perfect palette for that. So if you want to recreate this look or do something similar, again, use whatever you have. But if you have the Search palette, all the shades are there. Just saying. So let's start. Listen, I had the look I will create is, again, listen, I never watched Beetlejuice, at least not the whole thing. I know, a crime indeed. But I did for the look, it last 2 years or so, or 3, could be 3 or 4 as well. I did green eyebrows and I liked it. So we will do that again. And I feel like I want to like use, this is the Dasik Pro Conceal Palette in Cover. I just want to lighten up the brows as well as like tint them a little bit. So you could use a white mascara if you have. You can use a really light concealer just to tone down your eyebrow color. Listen, as you can tell, I do have quite okay brows, but they're not like the best. So that's what we're doing. I don't want to like cover them up or anything like this. I just want to change the color. And again, I probably will use this color because it's already green. So let's do this. I will scoot you a little bit closer and then we'll start. Welcome to my face. I feel like also this look is perfect for like oily and greasy because that's exactly what I'm doing today. I will like do this look, then I will use a ton of this hairspray, which hopefully washes out. I mean, it should. Listen, it should. But on my greasy hair, and then I wash my hair. That's so good. Like I said, use a concealer to lighten them up, and then use like color you like as a green brow. I will use again as a base the Dasik green corrector. Technically, it's a corrector. Just saying. But we're going in there. I do have a mirror, and then we just like try to fluff that into the brows. Again, I'm not trying to, listen, this is beginner level because I'm not a pro in this. I had the phase 2 years ago where I was like, oh my god, I do want to like use a little bit more Halloween-y stuff and do a little bit more Halloween things. By the way, Wet n Wild has also like a green corrector as a liquid, which probably would have been better, just saying, but you can use that as well. This is again like a beginner friendly thing because I am not a pro. I did indeed like have a phase where I did that quite often, like Halloween looks and all the things, but listen, that's a few years back, and then last year I just didn't have the time. So let's do it like this. That looks not bad. Again, I will use just the Beauty Blender too. This does not have to be perfect, just so you know. And I will just use a light concealer. Again, you can also use a foundation if you like, just to like block out the color a little bit better and a little bit more. Just using, again, my concealer. This does not have to be perfect. Again, does not have to look perfect as well. And if you have really dark brows, maybe you could like correct underneath. Again, I just want to like block a little bit the color out of the look, just so to give it a clean face. Again, listen, I will never shave my brows because that is looking horrendous. Just cleaning up a little bit underneath because there will be an eye primer next. But the point is, that is looking quite good. We will use again the Search palette for the face makeup or eye makeup in particular, and I will use like this neon-y shade. I think that will work quite well because I think that, listen, I did that once again 2 years ago, so that was quite a thing. But the point is, I think that this will work quite well if we do it like this and then like plop on some color, just using like a, not even like a really like a smaller flat brush, and we use just a little bit of the color. These ones again need definitely more of a like a sticky base to bring out the neon-y color. But that's fine because again, I'm looking a little bit like the Grinch. That's totally fine. I did enjoy that look so much, to be honest, when I did it like 2 years ago or so. And again, if you are German, there is still up on my channel the tutorial where I did with a former friend that we did in that way. And I think it was like Halloween looks, what do you like wanted to do. And as I said, I wanted to like, I asked my followers on Instagram, if you did not follow, do it, it's fun. What they wanted to see, if they wanted to have like a scary look or like a sweet and sugary look. And they were like split because, yeah, and so I was like, okay, then let's do like a Beetlejuice makeup look. I never watched Beetlejuice fully. I have to admit that. I definitely should though. Listen. Especially because there is a new movie, you know what I mean? Well, that is kind of scary. Listen. This is even scarier than I think. I feel like I want to add a little bit more depth on the like ends. Just saying. Because I feel like, listen, who cares? Let me go with just cleaning the same brush, just saying. But let me use the green, listen, I love this palette. Let me use this green here to just deepen up the like ends a little bit. We use just a little bit of the side of the brush. Just deepen up the ends, just to give it a little bit more dimension. Again, if I'm really good, there will be another video on Halloween or a day before or a little bit early on Halloween of last minute looks. I want to do 2, but to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm filming this on Monday. This video should get up on Tuesday. And then again, I do have 2 days to do at least 2 looks. So I'm not sure if I can do that or not. But if I can, you will see on Thursday or Wednesday, probably Thursday though, a look with 2 last minute Halloween looks. I don't know. Like, when did you like do a Halloween look in your like country? I don't know. Listen, Germany is not like doing the Halloween thing, so I feel like that is kind of cute. Okay, let me put on some eye primer and then we will go into the eye look. You can use whatever primer you like. I did the Gloss Gods one because it has a little bit of coloring, so I was like, well, we do that. That's the Gloss God, that base. This is number 3 if I'm not mistaken. Listen, it's not on the tube, but I feel it's number 3. You could of course use number like 2, 1, even lighter. I would go in, again, all the Swatch palette, I would go in the black shade as a base. So I wanted to have the black, the most black. So we go in with the black, and I use the Refer Mini 13, and this one will be like our outer corner. I don't have to do that, but will be our outer corner like darkness. Again, this look will be dark, this will be sultry, this will be like a ton of things. By the way, I did not set my base, so just so you know, I will try to build that up quite a bit, but I don't like, I won't go into like the look more, because like this is the outer corner, and then we will go in further with like a pencil brush or a liner brush, like a small liner brush, because it's easier to clean that up at the end of the day. So we will do that, but I feel like this is the beginning, and then we go from here. My whole face is looking kind of strange because of the brows, so trust the process is the thing. We will use just a flat brush. This one is by Sigma. It's the Flat Definer E15. Like, it's a classic, I would say. And the point is, I don't want to clean up a ton of product at the end of this, and so we will use like the flat brush to do a cut crease, like almost. Of course, you can just skip that step, but I feel like it's kind of cute, so we'll do that. And just from that line, this does not have to be perfect. It's just like, again, as I said, just don't want to clean up like a ton of that at the end of the day, because this is black. And we will just like place that. We can do the line a little bit thicker on the outer edge, like here. Not so much here, because again, I do want to have like the neon green on that like particular placement. So just so you know, and you can just adjust the height and everything like this. You know, you could again clean it up at the end and just be a little bit messy. That does not matter. And no, we did not blend out the black, because we will blend that out with purple. Just so you know. I love that. God, those brows, like they really get me going here. So, and we can again use the brush to blend a little bit, but again, this part will be probably covered with the neon green at the end. But yeah, that is kind of cute. After doing that, we will use Covet, which is the deep purple, and then we use, like, listen, I'm using the 13, so the like bigger brush to the 13 mini, and we will start blending out the black. Again, this is a more black and purple and then neon green look. So first of all, we don't need a ton of product because we're blending things out. We'll just go on the edge of that, probably using or needing another one, and just blending a little bit on the edge. And yes, I did prime those areas, and we will probably need to prime before we blend even further out. We definitely need to prime because of course we don't have any foundation on, and I did that look particularly first, like the eye look, because I thought with black and the deep purple and then the neon green there will be probably some fallout. So because I didn't want to clean that up after like already doing my face, that would be a great solution to do it firsthand. I'm just going on the outer edge. I'm not going like in the inner part or something like this, just on the outer edge. And again, this does not have to be like amazingly, because again, it's Beetlejuice, you know what I mean? It's not known for its like perfect makeup skills. Just saying. And for this part, I feel like I need a smaller brush because I don't want to have it too messy. And again, we can like blend out further if we have our foundation done. Like so. That is kind of cute. Again, we will go into the next part with a smaller brush. I will use one from Essence. I'm not even sure. It just says Essence. It's one of the flat but a little bit choppier ones. And again, using the same Covette shade. And we will just stamp or go on the line of the black and just like blend it a little bit, you know what I mean? Again, if we do have fallout on the like lid space, it's not the biggest problem, but we can carve that out later. So it does not have to be too precise. Again, this is a super easy and super fun look. And no, I did not do all of this precaution in the first look I did. But I mean, we can evolve into like perfection, can't we? Next step, we will blend with Beacon, which is the lightest or pastel purple. I feel like that is a good choice. We will again go on the edge of the deeper purple. If you are thinking, oh my god, it's not blended, there is at least one shade in between. I just wanted to lay a little bit of the color down though. I feel like sometimes that's working. You can also mix colors, don't forget that. And I will also go on the edge of the, like, again, deep purple here. We can blend out this edge and do it like whiter or not as white when we do our foundation. But I feel like that is kind of cute. And again, I'm not doing like the whole shebang because I'm like, listen, there will be concealer involved and everything. And again, if you do that one step, again, trust the process. This is, by the way, a Singe EO4, which has like a flat but also like a rounded tip. Like this. And if you're like, oh my god, this is still a little bit too harsh, you can mix both of the colors, like the deep and the Beacon shade, as well as the, what is the other, Covette. But you also can use the middle shade, which we do have, and this is Stay, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just using a little bit of that, and we can go in between both of these colors. And because we laid down the like pastel first, just giving a little bit but not too much, because it's not sticking so much to the primer. You do have a better blend with that. See? So pretty. And again, you could have done like a mixing of both of these colors, that would be fine as well. So I feel like the blend is so much better if you do that. Again, could have mixed perfectly fine. Like, look at this. Isn't that cute? I love it. That is kind of cute. And I'm thinking about, do I need to clean up the like inner part of the eye? I feel like I did, so I will clean that up a little bit. Again, add another layer of primer. These neons, if you want to have them really neon, they need like glitter glue. I'm just telling you because I know already, and I need to find my glitter glue, to be honest, because I can't find my glitter glue for the life of me. By the way, I did just clean that up with a Q-tip just to like do all the like cleanup, because we did have some settling. I will again, because I can't find the glitter glue I probably don't own. I probably don't know, I don't own one at the moment. I will just use a little bit of mixing media. This is by Glosscoats. You could go use the Inglot one, you can use that and just have a drop on my hand, and I will just pick that up with a brush. And we will see if that works. I will just stamp that here on my lid, and if that is working, we're good. Normally glitter glue is doing fine. And this mixing media normally is doing fine as well, because why not? So if you do want to have the full impact of a neon, use a glitter glue. Or if you don't have one, mixing media. I'm not sure if that is working. Listen, I'm not sure if that is working, but we will try that. We will use the same neon green as we already saw. I will just let that like sit for a second or a minute or something like this. And pat it down a little bit so we don't have too much moisture, because that would be horrendous. We use one mini by Refer, and then we will use again the pigment. You can use the pigment as well. I don't have a pigment though. And we will stamp that on. That could be again the best decision I've ever made in my life, or the worst decision I ever made in my life. But you will be the first to find out. But I mean, I'm not mad about that. Again, with the glitter glue, you would have like had the full impact without the hassle I am having, because I'm not sure if that will work through the night. But on the other hand, it doesn't have to work for me through the night. So just building up a little bit of the green. Like this is where have this palette been all my life? Listen, I do love a good neon-y shade. And again, you can use this without the glitter glue, or without like a mixing media, or like a really tacky primer. It does work. It is just like crumbling, drying, and if it's bad, it's also not like looking that vibrant. I did again have that already at some point in my life, so just so you know. Doesn't mean the palette is bad, it just means that neons are not easy to work with. And I will like go on top of the black a little bit, but I will go indeed with the first brush, the 13 mini, and go in with a little bit of black. And as you see, I always like dab a little bit on my wrists or on my hand, just so we mesh everything together, you know what I mean? So it's like looking intentionally and not just like flapping on a neon, you know. I mean, sure, we're doing this intentionally, just saying. Also, it likes giving a little bit more of mix. You can, again, because I just used a little bit of the black and not the full force, it looks a little bit more blended than without. Just saying. I mean, that is looking amazing. I have to say, my first look did not look that good at all. And I feel like I want to do the rest of my face now, so I can do the inner corner, the lower lash line, and all the other things in a sec. So let's jump to the like face makeup first. And yes, it does not need to be like this, and you could like finish up the eye look and then go through the rest of the makeup. But to be honest, I think I will do first the makeup and the base makeup and then come back to this. We will use a base primer, and this one is by Catrice and Finding Dory. This is a blue one, which is kind of funny, just saying. This is a moisturizing one because, listen, I was planning on, you could use like your regular makeup, you can use your regular foundation, that would be totally fine. For me though, because I am almost dead, like listen, shade wise, and I can wear this because I do have the perfect foundation for this, I would go a little bit lighter. You know what I mean? First of all, as far as I know, Beetlejuice is dead. So second of all, and that is the main course, I do have a lighter foundation on hand. I do have not even one, but like 15 different lighter foundations. I feel like this is the perfect shade to do that. Just saying. This is a Sephora Best Skin Ever. It's the Perfect Natural Finish Longwear Foundation, and this is in the shade 03P. So there is still lighter shades, just saying. But I thought that this would be perfect because, listen, if I have like a really, really light foundation, we can use that to our advantage because I am pale AF, and again, that should work. You can use primer, whatever you like. I think a little bit of moisture is a good choice, just saying. And I will use this first with my beauty blender. This is not a beauty blender, by the way. This is just a pop-off sponge, but I did not use that foundation quite in some time because, again, it's like really, really light. So hopefully that will work. At least it's doing things. That's always a good thing. That will look so good and ghostly. And we will correct and conceal after that. You know what that reminds me of? I'm looking like one of those... I just watched that on TikTok. Like one of the girls said, like, I don't know, like the LED makeup they had, like, I don't even know when, but like in the past, where they put in LED, if I'm not mistaken. And it has that really nice white shimmer. And the girl that said that, she was like, I love her. She's such a great, like, person. She has like a really, really light base makeup, you know what I mean? But she's like, I feel like she would go in great with like warmer tones, but she's having like cool tone eye, cool tone lips. She's looking that all the time. And I love it. For me, that's not quite the look. Listen, it's not even that far away. Listen. Is it though? Well, it is, technically. But she was like using the House Labs foundation in the lighter shade, which is a white. And I thought this foundation would be a little bit more high coverage, but that one is not. So she looked gorgeous in that. Like, I'm feeling a little bit like that. Not quite, but a little bit like, look at this. I'm a ghost. That's exactly what I want to do. Again, we're just doing a little bit of the blending. Listen, I did not try to go out with that makeup because, again, it's a regular Monday. But if you want to go out with like this, I had like a striped shirt. So that is a great choice. So I feel like striped everything would be perfect. Like striped trousers, striped shirt, that would be good. Again, because I did not want to go out with that makeup because, again, regular Monday. Yeah. Listen, don't look that all the time. Just mostly. Now I do need to find the like lightest, palest concealer I own, which again, oh, I can use a white one. I was like, do I have one? Of course I do. Again, it should make me think, but it's not. It's totally not. Listen, I do have the one from She Glam, which I can't find for the life of me, and I'm pretty sure I just put that out, but I did not use it. But I do have one from Joycey. This is the Joycey M307C. This is a Cubism, I feel like it is. And this is like a white concealer. Yes, you heard me right. And I'm like, listen, that is perfect. Like, listen, the white look is not doing me any favors because, again, pale AF. But I mean, if the shoe fits, you just put that a little bit underneath my eyes. If you don't have a white concealer, again, you don't need to. I'm just pale. I did not know what I was thinking when I bought this foundation, but I thought it would be like, listen, normally the lightest shade is too deep for me, and so I was like, that could work. I mean, it's not that bad though. You have to give it that. By the way, I do enjoy that concealer though. Just saying. Yes, it is definitely white, as you could tell, but it is also really nice as an inner corner highlight. Just saying. I'm just using a little bit on my sponge. It is great as an inner corner highlight or a base as an inner corner highlight. I'm just saying. So if you are like in search of a great white base, this could be your calling. Just saying. I do need, it's not even a moment breakout, it's just an angry thing that just did not want to die. Like so. Know what I mean? Again, we don't have the like the eye makeup finished, so just so you know, but I feel like this is a great thing. I was set that with some white powder. Again, I do own that. It's my life story, and I will be right back to do all the other things we should definitely do. Just set this a little bit, not too much, and I feel like I want to do a gray tone contour. Again, you don't have to, you could use your stuff. I'm just pale AF, so I have the things there. I will use the Sheet Glam one. This one is one of my favorites. It's in Soft Tan, which is again a gray tone contour, which works quite well, just saying. And I will use my brush that I always use for contour. By the way, this is my regular contour. Just saying. Oh my god, I do need to. Don't do that on the viewfinder. Listen, guys. And again, I just did a little bit of powder setting. So these ones are normally not a problem either way. So I don't have a problem when I like contour or powder beforehand or after, so I do enjoy that. If you want to have like a more affordable option, there is also Essence that has a really gray contour. If you don't want to like add in your Halloween budget by adding in new products, just use the stuff you already have. Just saying. Again, I just want to add a little bit of that. You could add a blush or something like this. I will not. Just maybe do a little bit more like a little bit more. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a Halloween contour, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to be that. Just saying. Even though maybe I'm not. You can hollow out the cheekbone a little bit more, just so we could. Like so. Why is that one side is looking way deeper than the other? It's not. It's like, it's really not. Okay, now finish the eye makeup a little bit better. So because we do have our base done, and yes, technically that is base done. We'll add definitely a little bit more of a grayish tone later, but just so you know. So we will just add in or blend out a few of these colors a little bit more, and just because we can. Just saying. I feel like I do definitely think I want to add a little bit more of a blend to the lightest purple. So we will do that on a fluffier brush. This is the Refer 15 mini. And we will just, like, again, extend our blend. That rhymed. Just a little bit. So we have like a cooler, more smokier look. You can do that again and again. If you don't like that, then don't do it. Just saying. And I feel like for this inner piece, I do want to add also a little bit more on the like light purple. So I will use the 13 and the same color, which again, just stamping that, and we will like fluff that in the inner part, so it is a little bit more blended as well here in that respect. And for my inner corner, I do want to add the white from the palette, like so, so it's not like you know, it looks a little bit more cleaned and put together, you know what I mean? Again, we will use the white from the palette. I use just a, listen, I don't have another one. Use whatever brush you like for the inner corner. And we will just like use the white to brighten up the eye look. And then we will go on to the lower lash line as well, but I do want to add in the white first. So we do have a really bright and nice inner corner, because we can, just saying. Also it pops very nicely. This is a really good brush for that, just saying. Like so. Then on the small pencil brush, I will use the same green as we have like everywhere. And we will place that on the lower lash line as well. I'm probably, listen, probably not popping as much because again, no primer underneath there. But if you don't blend that, it's not that big of a deal. Just saying. I feel like these neons work really amazing if you don't try to blend them, because then I feel like they lose their vibrancy. I'm just thinking out loud. Which again, in the lower lash line, that's not the biggest deal I ever saw. Just saying. Again, if you stamp it, you could use this like glitter glue underneath there as well. Just saying. So, just so that this is also like the eye makeup in general seem to be like finished, I would just let it like this if you don't want to, or you want to add in, I'm feeling like a little bit of the purple, just a little bit further here so everything blends together. Should be fine, you know what I mean? Do love that. Like, look at this. Isn't that cute? And I feel like I do want to add in the lips now before I do lashes and other things. That's just how I work. Do whatever you like. Do the lashes beforehand. I will use a black liquid lipstick, and then I will try that trick from TikTok where you just press in some pigment when you do like this, so it has like some lines. In original picture, as you could tell, I was doing something totally different, but I was like, listen, let's have some fun, let's do something interesting, so we will do that. Listen, I did change my mind because I'm not sure if that trick is working with like liquid lipstick, so we're using like a lipstick and a lip liner. I will use the Black Core by Linda Hallberg as a lip liner. It's an eyeliner, but you can use these as lip liners as well. Let me do that quite quickly here. I do think this is looking quite great, even though we didn't do a thing yet. So I just loose lined the lips, and then we will use the Deepest Secret lipstick by Catrice. This one is a black lipstick. You can use whatever you have. Again, e.l.f. has one as well, if I'm not mistaken. This one is not as black as it should be, but it's not a bad black lippy, just saying. Listen, I'm a little bit all over the place, but that's how I work. We will watch live, like it's like, oh, you can do this, and then, oh no, let's do this one. I'm sorry for that. So now we should, I mean, that is looking amazing so far. We can just keep it like this and be fine and ready and just like move on with our lives. But no, of course not. Listen, we will use the same, where do I have that? We will use the same green with the same brush. This is the Refer 1 Mini. I'm really thinking. That is 1 mini. And we will use that just like the video is telling us. So we need to like crinkle our lips. Is that working? It sure is. Is that the most like it's again, it's a black on like neon, but we will try that again. Just fluff that neon shade on as long as you can. I love it. Like, look at this. And yes, I don't have lip filler. These are my natural lips. Want to do that all the time. But I mean, look at this. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, it's a little bit understated in comparison to the first look, but I feel like that is way cooler than the other one. Just saying. So let me put on some lashes, and listen, that's the only thing that is still left. I'm thinking maybe I find a liner that has a similar color. I will do that, put on lashes, and then we finish up the look with hair and also like a detailing. So let's do this. So I added indeed the lime green, which is Catrice lime green liner in my waterline, and then I added also some lashes. These were the Catrice HD 8D lashes to kill in 20 cat eye look, which is the better lash, by the way. The 10 is not so good. Listen, I'm almost done. I feel like though I want to add a little bit more sultry green, if you know what I mean. Maybe you don't. Listen, that's a kind of strange look. I do want to add in maybe a mix of these two greens to my contour as well. I will use the Zeesea 134, which is a smaller brush, you know what I mean? I will just dip in both of these shades and then add that a little bit to my contour so it looks a little bit more mossy, if you know what I mean. Maybe you don't, that's totally fine. That's a little bit much green, but we will go with that. Listen, this is Halloween. We can go in a little bit on top, and I feel like I feel like Beetlejuice is a little bit more of the I'm rotting kind of a thing. If not, I'm sorry. Again, did not watch that movie. Just a little bit to the, again, contour, just to have it a little bit more on the side. Again, I did that in my original picture, and by the way, I did saw the original picture. I will use the same brush for my contour just to blend that out a little bit. I did like look at the picture I was taking at the time, and I do have to say, like, the look is technically the same, but not technically speaking, this one is way better. If you ask yourself, it's probably not the time, but also like, listen, oh yeah, that's a little bit better. So just blend it a little bit into the skin a little bit more with the brush. You can use your blending blender as well. I feel like when I did the first look, I was quite, I won't say beginning, but I did not do like Halloween makeup beforehand, so that was kind of a thing. Let's do and try the, again, like, I won't say 5th day hair because it's not, but just brushed it out a little bit. But yeah, I was just beginning doing like Halloween looks and Halloween makeup. I was quite new, if you will, to the whole like Halloween thing, as well as like cut creases. And again, you do have to like lean in that this was live, so I did not have like 5 hours to like play with makeup as well. So let me open that spray because we do want to try that. I did purchase that just for this look, I'm just telling you, so we will do that. Hopefully it will, like, I need to, like, I will open that and we'll be right back. Also, I read instructions just to be sure that this is like washing out. I'm like, listen, it's probably will, but just to be sure, you could leave it like this. You know what I mean? Maybe add in the green. Did open that? Maybe add in the green as well as like in the hairline. That would be quite good. Again, if you do have like a hairspray like this, or hair color, that could be also nice. So yeah, let's try this. You have to shake that. Let's try that. I'm not. Oh, that. I do need that mirror though. Oh yeah, well, it works quite well, so. mean, at least once in my lifetime I get green hair, so that's a good thing, isn't it? This could be also cute for Joker, just saying. I will not do my whole thing, my whole head, just because I don't need to. Because listen, that is, I mean, that's working. That's kind of cool. I'm not like the Joker, do I? Hopefully not. I look like Beetlejuice. I feel like a little bit. Listen, the whole thing is kind of good. Definitely is not the same color, which I mean, I'm happy about it because it works quite well, to be honest, with the thing. I feel like that is the look. Again, you can switch it up, do a little bit more makeup, do a little bit more like moss things, if you will. I'm hoping that is like washing out, to be honest, but I feel it is. Like, I do love the makeup. I definitely think the last time was quite nice, but this time definitely more fun, and I do love the like green. I absolutely love it. I hope you loved this video as well. If I could help you with your choices on Halloween, please leave it down in the comments below. I feel like the look is really easy to use because we do, like in general, just have one eyeshadow palette and then the rest is just like a little bit of makeup, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if you do enjoy this look, please subscribe to the channel. I upload 3 times a week, and if you aren't already, please also comment down below, how do you like the look? Is it better than my original one? Hopefully, or not, and would you wear that to Halloween or to a Halloween party? Again, leave it down in the comments. I would really love to talk to you and yeah, see your opinion. I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.